Good morning, everybody. Henry Cramer, 605 Chaser, and today's outlook is regarding July 9th, 2026. We do have SPC's latest outlook. It puts a slight risk of severe storms over the northern and central plains. You can see that slight risk in the yellow, a 2 out of 5. The lower Missouri Valley into the lower Ohio Valley and the mid-Atlantic is even having a possibility of some storms. If you're over in Arizona, we've even got a marginal risk. So much of the U.S. is under some type of severe weather risk today. Now, the three big hazards today is going to be damaging wind, as you can see it right there, large hail, as well as a few isolated tornadoes, quick spin ups could be possible in this area there. Now, let's focus on the northern plains for a little bit longer. Latest look at the live radar already shows some storms up in areas of North Dakota. Not real huge at this point, but special weather statements already up there in near the Williston, just to the southeast, over by Watford City. And that's what we're concerned about too, is if those storms continue through this morning hour, it may end up putting a damper on some of the additional development later this afternoon. Now we're going to run through the timing of this. You'll see that in your radar right there. Get a good view of that. Strong heating and moist air mass and steep lapse rates. In other words, ML Cape over 2,000 joules per kilogram. The best forcing stays north of us, north of South Dakota. So a cap may hold early, but a weak front may end up causing more issues. As we play this out, 30 to 35 knots of effective shear is enough to organize a few supercells. Watch for large to very large hail and strong downdraft potential in the better organized cells. As far as the Central Plains, let's go ahead and take a look at that. All right, Colorado and Nebraska, similar to yesterday, but a weak shortwave could bring more storm coverage. Post-frontal moisture keeps eastern Colorado a bit drier, while southern Nebraska and central Kansas see better dew points. Westerly flow aloft supports organized structures, bowing segments capable of strong to severe gusts. There's a chance of a contiguous line from the Nebraska Panhandle into eastern Colorado if those cold pools merge. That's a live look at the radar. An ongoing MCS is sliding southeast through central Missouri right now, already producing strong gusts on its leading edge. It should weaken through the morning, and we'll continue to monitor that. But after afternoon heating downstream, it could reignite it or spark new storms out ahead of it. Shear is weak here, but strong buoyancy and steep low-level lapse rates mean strong cold pools, damaging wind is the main threat. Now, as we look at the overall excessive rainfall outlook, we do have a number of areas to be concerned about, and this would be slight risks here in the yellow. This would be where we could see localized 2 to 5 inches of rain at times throughout the day. And then the marginal risk is in that green, darker shade of green. Let's talk about the mid-Atlantic. A muggy air mass sits in place. Dew points upper 60s to mid 70s. Moderate to strong instability by early afternoon. A short wave tracking up from Tennessee and Kentucky adds extra lift and stronger flow aloft. More coverage and intensity than the last few days. This is one weather model that kind of pinpoints that a little bit. We'll measure it through here through the day. Expect an outflow dominant multi-cell mode. Damaging wind gusts are the headline risk, especially where the sun breaks through. And then in the Great Lakes, northern New England, a short wave dropping through Ontario and Quebec drags a cold front through the region this afternoon. Lapse rates are poor, and keeping instability modest, but the flow aloft could still support a few bowing segments with damaging gusts.